Teleportation. It is already possible, according to the science. You will find how in this video. Teleportation. Is it possible? Or have such phenomena already occurred and been recorded by people at the time? In the Bible, there are descriptions of phenomena that resemble teleportation. Here is an excerpt from the Acts of the Apostles in the New Testament, which may indicate that Philip was teleported from Gaza to Azotus. And when they came up out of the water, the Spirit of the Lord caught Philip away, and the eunuch saw him no more. He went on his way rejoicing. And Philip found himself at Azotus, and went about preaching the gospel to all the cities until he came to Caesarea. Acts 8:39-40. Are such descriptions only found in the Bible? No. The best documented case of teleportation is said to have happened on the 24th of October 1593. At that time, Gil Perez, a palace guard in the Philippine army, suddenly appeared in the Plaza Mayor, in Mexico City. He was arrested by the Mexican authorities, who believed that his sudden appearance was the work of Satan. When he was brought before the tribunal of the Holy Inquisition, the bewildered Perez could only say in his defense that he had traveled from Manila to Mexico in less time than it takes a rooster to crow. Teleportation first appeared in science fiction literature in Paige Mitchell's short story The Man Without a Body, published in 1877. The phenomenon also interested Arthur Conan Doyle, the famous creator of Sherlock Holmes. The phenomenon of teleportation also occurs in contemporary science fiction films. Do you remember the Star Trek series? In it, people traveled in modern spaceships, and by means of teleportation. In the past, what was shown in Star Trek was considered science fiction. For some time now, however, such phenomena have been an experimentally proven fact. In 1993, IBM scientists, working under the direction of Charles Bennett, showed that the teleportation of objects is physically possible, at least at the atomic level. Some time ago, physicists could only teleport particles, photons. In 2004, for example, physicists at the University of Vienna used an optical fiber cable to teleport a photon, a particle of light, 600 meters across the Danube. Since then, new records have been set again and again. In 2006, a macroscopic object, i.e. one visible to the naked eye, was teleported for the first time in history. Physicists from the Niels Bohr Institute in Copenhagen and the Max Planck Institute in Germany quantum entangled a beam of light with a gas of cesium atoms. This time, not a single photon was used, but many trillions of atoms. For the first time in history, says Eugene Polzik, one of the researchers, it has been possible to carry out quantum teleportation between light, an information carrier, and atoms. In February 2012, scientists announced that they had already teleported something that is visible to the naked eye. Millimeter-sized pieces of diamond. Maybe in 20 years, even people will be able to be Can you imagine the wonderful consequences of such a possibility? You will no longer waste time commuting. You will no longer need a means of transport. There will be no traffic jams or exhaust fumes. There will be no car accidents. Your parcels will arrive immediately after posting. No more waiting for the postman or courier. Traveling will be faster, allowing you to focus on sightseeing rather than getting to your desired destination. You will also be able to sleep longer, because you will not have to wake up much earlier to get somewhere. All of this may be available in your lifetime. How is teleportation possible? In physics, there is a phenomenon known as quantum entanglement that has been known for almost 100 years. Quantum entanglement means that two quantum entangled objects, no matter how far apart they are, can interact with each other at any distance. This interaction is unusual. Why? Ordinary long-distance interactions occur with a time delay. For example, if you go for a walk on a sunny day, you will feel the rays that the sun sent out 8 minutes earlier. The sun is so far away from the earth that it takes so long for its rays to reach its inhabitants. However, in the case of entangled objects, the effect is as if the two objects were next to each other, as if there were no barrier between them. Through entanglement, there is an effect by sending a specific piece of information. This information can also be the record of the construction of various objects. After all, everything is nothing more than information. For example, your DNA is information about your appearance and preferences. At home, you use a computer and the internet, which download, share and interpret codes containing various information. Thanks to entanglement, information can be downloaded and sent over any distance. This transmission happens instantly, and is called teleportation. In science, teleportation is also possible without the use of quantum entanglement. Research on this topic has been ongoing since 2007. Will machines that enable us to teleport on a mass scale be developed soon? Certainly not. The development of teleportation research depends on the development of quantum computers. They are currently in their infancy. They are very unstable and expensive. Current quantum computers cost around $20 million. Only some companies can afford them. However, there is no doubt that all the problems associated with quantum computers will be overcome in the relatively near future. This will be a huge revolution that will usher in a new technological era for mankind, one in which new and fascinating possibilities await us that are difficult to even imagine at the moment. If you found this video interesting, like, subscribe, share, and comment. Have a great day, and keep exploring the miracles of the world.